Ray Kurzweil. I'm holding his book right here. Fantastic Voyage. He's a fantastic thinker, mind, and I like him because he's kind of like a modern day Renaissance man, who whatever he touches kind of turns into an industry. You know, he had a conversation with Stevie Wonder about reading or something like that. At the end of the day, the precursor for what we know as Kinko's and FedEx, you know, copying machines came out of that. He talked about Stevie Wonder about having realistic sounds and synthesizers, and we got the Kurzweil sound. That's how a lot of people know the name of Kurzweil. Now he's interested in nutrition. He talks about Moore's principle. Every year, every 2 years, computers double in speed, and there's no end in sight for a little while. He predicts when that's going to stop. But he's a thinker like that. And with Ray Kurzweil, he's an inspiration. And what I like about Ray Kurzweil, the book I'm holding right now, Fantastic Voyage, is Live Long Enough to Live Forever. Whoa, that sounds like science fiction, man. It's like, what's up with this, right? But Ray Kurzweil is not a guy to take lightly, and you have to remember, science, if it's not almost magic, it's not even like real science almost. You know what I mean? Like science is on an edge that seems like magic. Let me say, okay, I'm holding a cell phone. We saw that on Captain Kirk. He's holding a cell phone. They got communicators. Everybody's walking around with a communicator right now. I have a question, boom, I download, right? I download information. I download the internet. So we're in an age that's like magic. They're growing ears on the back of rats and stuff like that. So Kurzweil is saying he's trying to live long enough to reach a singularity where the momentum is going so far that we're able to extend life at least 150, 200 years. Science right now says there's no reason that the body dies at 75 years. Okay? Think about that for a minute. All right? When you get finished, what they're trying to do, they're trying to get your organs because they know your organs are still good. Your spirit has left this vehicle, but this vehicle still works. They can take your heart and put it in the next body, and it keeps working. So there's a little immortality principle going into the organs of the body. And this is what Kurzweil and them are looking at. Okay, so why does the body have to die and the organs keep going? So much so that they'll take your organ, they'll take your eye, put it in the next body, and it keeps working. So Kurzweil is getting into this. So I'm saying that to say, it's okay that it sounds like science fiction. Live long enough to live forever. What's he talking about? Right? But there's some solid nutrition principles in there. You know what I mean? Our modern age is really toxic. So I'm going to try to just round it out with Kurzweil. What I like about Ray Kurzweil, I'm going to sum it up in a statement from Ray Kurzweil, which to me was worth the whole book. This is on page 278 of Ray Kurzweil's Fantastic Voyage. And this is an homage to Ray Kurzweil. He says, no matter what quandaries we face in life, you know, no matter what, in business, problems, health issues, relationship difficulties, everybody's dealing with these things, as well as the great scientific, social, and cultural challenges of our time. Scientific, you know, social, cultural, like right now we're dealing with food, you know, that's growing seeds that don't grow seeds anymore. This is like, whoa, you know, all foods aren't organic. These are things that young people are going to have to wrestle with. You know, do we want all our seeds to disappear? Do we want that? Right? No matter what, though, he's saying, there is an idea that can enable us to prevail. There is an idea. And so I add to that, there is an idea that can enable us as a species to prevail. Like right now, we're in America, we have a tendency where, wow, every other day somebody's shooting somebody. You know? Everybody's going postal. Why is America so angry? What is that, right? No matter what, we can get to the bottom of it. There is an idea that can enable us to prevail over whatever's causing that. Lack of love for life, lack of whatever it is. There is an idea, right? Furthermore, we can find that idea. And when we find it, we should implement it. And often the good idea that overcomes a problem is not a single idea. Right? It's not a single. That's what I love about Steve Jobs. He had people taking accounting classes, taking art classes, taking business classes, so they could better appreciate what their colleagues were doing. Because people have dedicated their lives to a certain thing. And if you don't really get into their thing, you know, you might not have the appreciation for it. Like Tiger Woods, you know, he's hitting a golf ball, bouncing it up like it's hacky sack. And a lot of people, when they saw him do that, they went, oh, they had a better appreciation from golf from seeing him do that. Back to Kurzweil. I digress. Often that good idea that overcomes a problem is not a single idea at all, but rather a set of ideas, each of which chips away at the challenge until there is no problem left. And so there's a thing from Ray Kurzweil that I like. This guy is a Renaissance man. He's a thinker, he's an idea, and the things that he have thought about are things that we use in our everyday lives. So I tip my hat to Ray Kurzweil. He's like a future man. And really, he wrote a book, Age of Spiritual Machines. And that's a future man type of thinking right there. So Ray Kurzweil is a future man.
So